Hi, my name's Trip. I'm a producer engineer from Sydney, Australia, and you're watching WAEVZ. So what started me getting into the sort of producing engineering side is I started playing piano guitar when I was really young, 6, 7. That naturally progressed, and I got really interested in the back end of it. So like recording, making beats, just got cracked Logic Pro, like everyone else did. As a producer, the people that inspires me are definitely Mike Dean. I mean, Mike Dean is the synth god, and Kanye and J. Cole. As producers, they have crazy beats. I'm really into that sort of old school boom bap with a little bit of like the trap element, and that's where most of my stuff comes from. My sound is quite unique. When I was growing up, I was a metalhead. So actually I didn't start in hip hop, and then as I grew up, I got into hip hop. So as an engineer, I sort of have all the different paths, like, oh, I can take this thing from this one metal song, or I can take this thing from, you know, this country or blues song. As a younger person coming up as a producer and engineer, it is quite difficult at times. You'll have older clients that look at you and they're like, oh, how old are you? You're like 19. They're like, well, you don't know anything about producing, you're too young. I feel like age isn't a factor that harms your engineering or whatnot, especially now you have like 14-year-old producers from New Zealand going Billboard #1. Like, if they can do it, anyone can do it. When collaborating with artists, the most important thing to do for like a producing session or engineering session is just getting the vibe right. If the vibe's not there, the song's gonna sound like trash. You're gonna have a shit fucking song in a shit time. So right room, you're both joking, having a good time, everything's running smoothly, you're always gonna make a hit, and that's where all my best songs come from, just a good vibe. I feel like translating your personality and feelings into your music is the biggest part, because as much as we are different as humans, we are at the same time like the same. So if I'm feeling a certain way about a mix, then I know it's going to translate well to everyone else. I feel like mixing and producing is that stage where it goes from a song idea to an emotion. And that's what I really drive for. At the end of the day, if the mix is making you feel how the artist wants to make you feel, then it's a good mix. I feel like the mindset of hip hop is there. We have embraced it as a culture. Every second person in Sydney is practically listening to hip hop now, so it is there. In terms of Australian hip hop, we're slowly getting there. We're past the old school Australian hip hop, but we still have a ways to go within the community. I think the outer community is fine. I think within the community, we need to accept that we're Australian hip hop and we need to work together. I definitely, as a producer, want to help Australia become what it can be. I just want to make good songs. Like, at the end of the day, I just want to get to a point where I don't need to worry about, you know, this being a business. I just want to bring someone in and be like, yo, let's just make a hit today. Australian producers, I believe, are, funnily enough, one of the most supported and recognized people, purely based on the fact that we have so many hits overseas. Like, compared to artists, like, Australian producers have been doing a lot this last 2 years, like, and we're all in a nice little community. Like, we're all talking to each other, we're all having a good time. None of us have like beef or anything. It's how I sort of want the artist to start acting, but obviously we have a few more steps before we get there for them. So that's all for me. Thanks for having me. Thank you to WAEVZ and everyone. My name's Trip. Hope to see you sometime soon. Peace.